Students always respect their teacher very much because it is the teacher who teaches them to move ahead in life. When we start school, we do not know how to read and write, but the dedication of our teachers enables us to progress academically and achieve great status in society. But some students don't like their teacher. Dislike is a different thing. But in today's video, we are going to tell you about a student who killed his teacher. It was November 2013. A 14-year-old boy was in court. At that young age, there were cases of rape, robbery, and murder of his teacher. The boy's mother and the rest of the people in the court were all wondering what had happened that the boy at the age of 14 had committed such heinous crimes. Want to know what actually happened? Let's go in a flashback to find out. It was October 2013. Ritzer was working as a math teacher at Danvers High School, and her teaching style was so good that she was the favorite teacher of all the students. Ritzer had a habit of staying late at school, so that after school, she could help any student who was weak in maths, and all the students used to take Ritzer's help for extra studies. On October 22, 2013, Ritzer asked one of her students, Chisholm, to meet her after school so they could talk about maths. After school, there was another student in the class besides Ritzer and Chisholm. Actually, Chisholm had transferred from another school and was very shy, and he was scared all the time. So Ritzer wanted to talk to him so that she could understand his problems and help him. When Ritzer asked Chisholm about his old school in town, he had a look of disgust on his face, which she understood that he didn't want to talk about. And she quickly changed the subject, but he was still angry. After talking for a while, Ritzer left the class to go to the bathroom, and Chisholm followed her. On his way to the bathroom, he put gloves on his hands and took a sharp box cutter. He attacked Ritzer from behind in the bathroom and slashed her throat with 165 slashes. Ritzer had fallen to the floor, covered in blood, but still breathing. Chisholm didn't stop there, but after slitting her throat, he sexually assaulted her. When the two did not come to the class for a long time, another student in the class went to the bathroom to check on them and saw that Chisholm was putting on his pants after rapping Ritzer, but he figured Chisholm might be changing clothes, so he went back to class. Chisholm disposes of her body and disappears from the scene. That night, both Ritzer and Chisholm did not reach their home, and their families were very worried. Chisholm's mother contacted the police and told them that her son had not arrived home. The next day, the police started searching for Chisholm. As news of Chisholm's disappearance went viral on social media, the police decided to look for Chisholm with the help of phone pings. The location of his phone was near a movie theater. The police went there and found out that Chisholm had bought a movie ticket. The police found him. Chisholm had a bag in which the police found a box cutter with blood on it. The police asked whose blood it was, to which Chisholm said it was a girl's blood. And when the school's security officers examined the security cameras, it was clear that Chisholm had killed his teacher, Ritzer. The officer immediately informed the police, and the police arrested Chisholm and started an investigation. The police first decided to scrutinize the security camera footage. A recording of the entire day was ordered. The footage clearly showed Ritzer walking from the classroom to the bathroom moments before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And moments later, Chisholm, dressed in a blue hoodie, followed Ritzer into the bathroom, and the eye of the camera captured this scene. Police saw in the footage that Chisholm came out of the bathroom moments later, one of his hands covered in blood, and he moved out of school. But the question was if Chisholm had left the school, where did Ritzer's body go? Because the body was not there in the whole school. When police reviewed more footage, they saw that after leaving the school, Chisholm returned to the school 10 minutes later. But this time, he was wearing a different colored jacket and was dragging a large dustbin with him. Perhaps he had gone out to change his clothes and on his return brought a dustbin to dispose of the body. When police looked at footage from cameras outside the school, they saw Chisholm put Ritzer's body in a dustbin and take it to a wooded area near the school. Police immediately reached the area. When the police went there, they found Ritzer's body buried in the ground by Chisholm and hidden by placing a tree branch on top of it. Ritzer's shirt was pulled up and her legs were spread. The police also found a note next to Ritzer's body, possibly written by Chisholm. It was written on this note that, "I hate you all." After further investigation, it was revealed that after burying Ritzer's body, Chisholm also stole her credit card, and after leaving, he used the same credit card to buy fast food and theater tickets. The police wanted to know why Chisholm killed Ritzer. From the initial investigation, the police deduced that Chisholm was mentally retarded and had been beaten up a lot at his old school. And in the city where he lived earlier, his parents got divorced, after which he came to a new city and a new school.
Philip Chisholm followed Miss Ritzer into that bathroom. He was not himself. He was not the kind, smart 14-year-old boy. He was totally and absolutely responding to the terrible command hallucinations that were in his head. He didn't choose to do.
So whenever he heard about the old school and the old city, he remembered his parents' divorce and the atrocities at school and became angry. Another student in the class at the time of the murder also said that Ritzer often asked Chisholm about his old school. And even that day, Chisholm looked pretty pissed off when Ritzer asked about the old school. That's why Ritzer immediately changed the topic, but Chisholm's anger could not cool down. In 2014, while awaiting trial and in police custody, Chisholm attempted another murder. When a staff lady came into Chisholm's room, Chisholm took off his shoes and followed her so she wouldn't hear Chisholm's footsteps, and punched her against the wall and stabbed her with a pencil.
At the detention center, sources say surveillance video shows Chisholm following a female worker into a staff locker room, carrying what appears to be a pencil. The woman says Chisholm came at her and began ***ing her. As she screamed for help, he started punching her. Within seconds, staff members rushed in to help and restrain Chisholm. She was not seriously injured.
Chisholm had made things worse for himself, because now he was going to be charged with attempted murder too. When Chisholm appeared in court, he was charged with murder, attempted murder, rape, and robbery, and had nothing to say in his defense because the CCTV footage made it all clear. In 2015, the court sentenced Chisholm to 40 years in prison.
This court will impose the mandatory life sentence for the murder of Colleen Ritzer and set a parole eligibility date of 25 years, the highest level our law allows. This court will impose a concurrent sentence of 40 years to 40 years and 1 day for the rape of Colleen Ritzer and a concurrent sentence of 40 years to 40 years and 1 day for the armed robbery.
Since Chisholm was a minor, he had the option of filing a petition to bail out his conviction. Ritzer's family was not happy because Ritzer's family wanted the killer sentenced to life in prison.
He is pure evil, and evil can never be rehabilitated. You need to consider the safety of our family and the rest of the community as we live in fear if he ever gets out of prison. Colleen and our family will never get a second chance, and neither should he.
Chisholm's young age spared him a life sentence. Chisholm's mother, on the other hand, was very upset that her son had committed such a serious crime at the age of 14 and was going to spend the rest of his life in prison.
And I lost my beautiful little girl. Colleen was my daughter, my friend, someone I could go to for anything. I didn't protect Colleen. My dad's job is to fix things. I would do anything if I could fix this for Colleen.
There was mourning in the school because the students loved their favorite teacher, Ritzer, very much, and the news of her death was very shocking for them. But now he could do nothing but regret. And thus another tale of crime came to its end. For more crime-related videos, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like this video. And what do you think about this video? Be sure to tell us in the comments. See you in the next video.